all-new Dr. Phil.
My son was diagnosed with schizophrenia.
What goes on
Craig built a zombie killer gun.
in this young man's mind?
Do you hear voices in your head?
Sometimes.
What do they say?
Is he dangerous?
I get these fantasies of walking into a store and just blowing people's heads off.
And why did seeing this woman
I didn't know she was coming.
set him off?
Have a seat.
No, I'm done.
Okay, I want you to imagine finding these things in your home. A knife, a gun, an aluminum bat. Then imagine these items being wielded by someone who hears voices that he thinks are real. Voices that are telling him people will invade his home. Voices that even instruct him to kill strangers on the street. Now, thoughts like these are part of the daily life of 25-year-old Craig, who suffers from schizophrenia. He made these weapons and, even more alarmingly, admits to having homicidal thoughts.
I bet you any money the FBI would want me one day. Or the DEA. I wouldn't mind being a DEA agent undercover. I could totally do it. I got the attitude for it. I could really do that. I would not hesitate to blow someone's head off. I would never. Nope. Not hesitate one bit. Just. Gosh, I'm with fire right now. You do not play with fire.
Now, Craig's parents, Robert and Sharon, say their son's explosive and violent behavior is tearing their family apart, and they're afraid that he is going to kill someone.
Y'all are with fire. Do you understand that? Do you get it through your little brain that you have?
My son Craig is 25, and he was recently diagnosed with schizophrenia.
I've seen him just snap and go in fits of anger.
What are you going to do?
Nothing to you.
So,
Just people I despise and hate.
I started really verbalizing that he really wanted to kill people. He was being specific on how he was going to do it.
Craig has actually said things to me about killing people and cutting people up in 9 pieces and throwing them in the river.
Start with the little torsion. Start with the fingertips, then throw salt. Just keep doing it. Working my way up.
I honestly believe that he could do it. Craig has also said that he wants to slit his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend's throat right in front of her.
I told you that I'm going to chop her boyfriend's head off right in front of her.
Right in front of her.
Right in front of her.
And he's talked about getting an AK-47 and just going out and shooting people on the street that he doesn't even know.
I can go down to the hood right now, get me a free AK-47.
Yeah, and what are you going to do with that?
Street sweep the streets.
Craig told me that he felt like people were coming to get him. He started spray painting squirt guns to make them look like real guns, and he started hiding knives.
Carrying something around like this, I mean, you can do some harm with somebody in that. That's a scary thing. If someone provoked him, he possibly could kill someone.
Underneath everything, I'm also afraid Craig might slip over into this world which is different from ours, and he may not recognize that it's me, and he may chop me up in little pieces.
Craig's sister Amber says that she fears that her brother is capable of the unthinkable when he gets what she calls a look of pure evil on his face.
I'm afraid of my brother Craig because I'm not sure what he's capable of doing. I heard Craig say that he's heard voices in his head. Craig has openly said that he thinks he's in the mafia, and he has knives that he's kept in his pocket. Craig built a gun that he had duct taped a flashlight to and said it was a zombie killer gun. He's very paranoid all the time. When he has these episodes, his eyes almost look glazed over, and he just gets this look on his face that you're not sure what he's going to do. I am a trigger for him. As soon as he sees me, he gets worked up. I know Craig has told my mom terrible things that he wants to do to me. Craig even violated the restraining order that I had placed against him. He's so unpredictable. Craig tried to take my son from daycare. They didn't allow him to leave. At that point, of course, I was very frightened. I was extremely angry. My son's scared of him now. My biggest fear with Craig is that he is going to hurt or kill somebody.
Okay, well, I'm glad to meet you all. Sorry for the occasion. I wish we were talking about something else. You're worried about your brother?
Yeah.
What's the dark scenario in your mind? What happens?
He goes on these rampages. You feel like you're walking on eggshells when you're around him,
and
waiting for him to explode.
And it scares you?
Yeah.
Enough so that you think literally he could be on the news at 6 o'clock?
That is one of my fears, yes.
You agree?
I totally agree. That's my biggest fear is that I'm either going to get a phone call that he's dead or that he's hurt someone else.
But you said that there were times that you would be talking to him and you would realize that he had like a gun and knife down his pants.
Yes. He'd come in my room.
Shown it.
Or sometimes he'll even hide it, and I see it, and he has it down in his pants. And I'm like, Craig, why do you have that? Mom, someone's going to come in here. You just don't understand.
Okay.
Someone's going to break in our home.
And here's the thing I want to be sure, because you guys know me or you wouldn't be here. You know, I cut right to the chase. I want to get to something that can change the course of this young man's life. I have to know everything that's impacting this young man in his life. And so if there's something I don't know and you don't tell me,
right,
then you're jeopardizing the outcome. Because let me tell you something. I've been doing this for 35 plus years. This young man is a danger to himself. He is a danger to others, in my opinion. This isn't just rhetoric or fanciful thinking or watching too many video games. There is clearly a line where he has a difficult time differentiating between reality and fantasy. And when those blur, you can have a serious, serious problem here. Even the fact that he has painted this squirt gun and taped it up to look like a real gun, I know of no better way to get yourself killed by a police officer than disguising a toy gun as a real one and getting out there and pulling that out. They will shoot him dead, and well should if he presents that kind of a threat. So, I mean, just even that seemingly benign act where he doesn't understand the consequences of that put him in real jeopardy. You took out a restraining order against him. Why?
I did it to protect my son. I received a phone call while I was working. They said, you know, your brother tried to come up here and take your son from school. You know, we knew something wasn't right. My son was crying to his teacher, telling him that my uncle's been doing bad things. I can't leave with him. So he was very upset. You know, that upsets me that he's that afraid of him.
Well, Sharon's son, Craig, says he hears voices in his head talking to him, that he hears the radio calling his name. We're going to find out what these voices are telling him to do because he's going to join us right after the break.
I hear more voices than anything. Sometimes they tell me that I want to do like a homicide to someone. I get like this imagination in my head. What if I walked up and just blew someone's head off?
And later,
You're getting the off the stage right now.
hold on.
Get the off me.
Craig,
I'm serious.
settle down.
Listen,
Look, Dr. Phil, I'm done.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil. They say their former employees turned their town against them.
We're terrorized in the community.
Carrie created a hate group.
It is not a hate group.
All over the closing of a children's store.
you're saying that they were liars and thieves.
Now,
You posted a picture of our baby and told people to hurt him? That never happened.
Tempers flare as both sides face off.
This is my turn to talk.
No, it's my turn to talk. You didn't do this because you had a crush on Dave.
That's tomorrow.
If Craig does not get help, I'm not sure what is going to happen. He talks about killing people all the time. He's living with my mother. I am afraid that he might hurt my mom when he's having an episode or so upset because he's so unpredictable.
Well, Amber, who is here today with her parents, Robert and Sharon, says her brother Craig, who admittedly suffers from different types of symptoms and has been diagnosed as schizophrenic. Now, Craig admits that he fantasizes about killing, but he only wants to kill bad people on the streets, not anyone that he actually likes.
I was diagnosed with schizophrenia in July 2014. The symptoms are hearing voices. I hear more voices than anything. Sometimes I hear my name getting called through the radio. Sometimes they tell me that I want to do like a homicide to someone. I get like this imagination in my head. What if I walked up and just blew someone's head off?
So what, are you going to call the cops on me if I leave?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Don't do that. I'll end up beating the out of a couple of these cops before they whip that taser out.
I am capable of getting away with murder because I'm really smart. You gotta look at things outside the box for you to be a murderer. I swear, I think I had a past life of being a gangster. I'm supposedly on my 9th life. I'm very smart too, like genius smart. You gotta be all organized. And that's how I am. I'm an organized person. I'll wait to kill someone until I'm 80 years old as long as they're still living. That's how I am. I got really bad anger issues. When I get mad, I turn into a beast. When I snap, I like to punch holes in the wall, tear things up. The worst fear I have for myself is me doing something stupid. Like actually doing what I thought, like killing people.
All right, Craig, I'm Dr. Phil. It's good to meet you.
Hi, Dr. Phil.
What do you think about everybody's perception of you
It's not
so
all
far?
true.
What part is not?
Not everything. I just don't want to see my sister cry.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are tears of concern.
I know.
You know, she wants the best for you.
I'm a bit nervous right now.
Sure. It's okay. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, I've never been on TV before.
Yeah, hey, I'm just an old bald-headed country boy. Don't worry about me.
All right, buddy.
So, tell me something. Do you hear voices in your head sometimes?
Sometimes, but not like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, it's like sometimes, it's like not every day.
And when you do, what do they say?
Like sometimes they'll say like murder him, but like not like I'll be by myself. Like murder who? Like there's no one here.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're talking about me or or someone in particular.
Mm-hmm. How do you distinguish between a thought you're having and a voice you're hearing? Can you tell the difference?
Yeah, I can tell the difference.
So you actually hear it like you're hearing me now?
No, not as bad. It's not like real clear. It's like kind of like fogged up.
You get angry sometimes?
I get real angry.
What really makes you angry?
I'm like a spitfire. Like I'll snap for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I would never hurt my family. I would never hurt any of my family members. It would be someone else.
Do you get upset when they talk about schizophrenia with you?
Yeah, a little bit.
What bothers you about that?
Because it's like a label.
Mm-hmm.
But it's who I am. It's who I am. Like, hopefully they won't stop loving me because of it. Like, if I do have problems.
Why do you think you talk about killing people a lot?
I have weird fantasies of killing people, and it's not right. Like, I just want it to be fixed.
Do you want to kill somebody?
Sometimes. Like, not right now, I don't. Like, I'm kind of cool right now, but I just get these fantasies of just walking into a store and just blowing people's heads off.
And why do you think you would want to do that? Why does that
'Cause
appeal to you at the time you're thinking about it?
I don't know. It's just a fantasy of mine. Like, I don't ever want to do it. It's just I get it in my head, you know, like that I'm capable of doing that. It's
What are
only
you
when
feeling when you do that?
What do I feel? I feel like a monster when I do it. Like, I don't want to be that person. I just want to be like an easygoing, nice person. But like the reason why I'm like that all the time is because like of my situation that I'm in. I don't have a job right now. Don't have a car. I'm very independent. I've always been very independent. I don't have a car right now, and that's a big one.
But you say that you don't have a job, but I mean,
Yeah.
if you talk a lot about killing people and stuff like that, then you're not really folding into the workplace very well, right?
Not right now.
I mean, that people are not going to hire somebody that does that.
No.
And you say you want to be able to drive a car, but if you're hearing voices and they say murder him and there was somebody in the crosswalk or something, that could become a weapon, right?
A car?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just like I'm trying to fight it. You know, and I've been doing a good job of it, fighting it.
Why do you carry a knife?
Just in case, because I got jumped 3 times when I was homeless, Dr. Phil.
But you still carry a knife months later, right?
Yep.
Do you think you're going to get jumped at home or?
Never know. I lost my mom and dad when I was 13. I was doing drugs, and I wish that someone could have just been like, Craig, just...
Maybe I'm here to do that now. And later...
I'm getting the off the stage right now. I didn't know she was coming on the show.
She's here.
Look, Dr. Phil, I'm done.
Have these voices ever scared you?
Not really.
Do you?
I just kind of go with it.
But you talk back to them sometimes.
No. Maybe sometimes, like, I'll say, like, shut up. Or shut that up. Trying not to cuss right now.
Yeah, good job on that.
Yeah.
So if you're out on the patio yelling and screaming, what are you feeling at the time? Is this just venting, or what is it what are you doing at the time?
No, I'm just thinking. Just, like, I do a lot of my thinking by myself. I work good by myself.
Do you think you have scared your nephews?
Yeah, I feel very... only got a nephew, that's it. And then I got a son.
You got a son that's 4 and a nephew that's 7, right?
Yeah. That one, that really hurted me when I was back there watching. I didn't know it really did that to him. So... So when I seen my sister crying before, I almost got tears in my eyes, and it's hard for me to cry. Love you, Amber.
Love you too.
How do you feel about being in front of this group of people that's here?
I love them. Do anything for them.
We love
No, I mean
you,
all
Craig.
these people out here.
I don't know them, and I'm just forgetting about them right now.
So they don't bother you?
No, not really. They always seem like nice people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could be wrong, though.
How do you feel about your dad?
How do I feel about him? Like, I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean? How do I...
Do you love him?
Do I love him? Of course.
Do you resent him?
Sometimes. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, I resent my mom a lot, too.
What do you resent?
My sister, no, nothing.
What do you
like,
resent?
I don't resent anything from my sister.
What do you
my
resent
sister's
about
a
your
good,
dad?
This is one thing I got to say. My sister, she is a great person.
She said the same thing about you.
Yeah. I try to be a great person.
So what do you resent about your dad?
I wish that he would have done things right in the beginning. And he knows what I mean by that.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, what I mean is, like, he should have divorced my mom a long time before he did. We would have been a lot better off. I would have been.
What do you resent about your mom?
Manipulation. And I know I'm right. She's lied to me about some things. About my dad.
What'd she lie to you about?
Just about, you know, things that what he's done. It was like all focus about him and making me think that he was a bad guy, but the whole time he was a good guy.
So you think she spun things on you?
Yeah. She did that with all of us. Even Amber, too. But...
Did that hurt you?
Did that hurt? At the time, yeah. I mean, I lost my mom and dad when I was 13. I was doing drugs, and I wish that someone could have just been like, Craig, just just to help me, you know? And then now I'm 25 years old. I got a kid. I got my son that I'm worried about all the time. I don't have a good job, and it's like, okay. It's like, when am I going to get a good job?
So you wish back then somebody would have
helped, you know,
really
even a
shake you away.
Just a little shake, like, come on, snap out of it. Quit hanging out with those kinds of people.
Has it occurred to you that maybe I'm here to do that now?
Kind of get it a little bit. Maybe you can help me. I need help. And I got on TV for it, and honestly, I don't want to be on TV. You know, I got a burgundy shirt. You know, I don't like burgundy. I like Ron Burgundy, but not burgundy.
So you didn't want to really be on TV?
Honestly, no. But I got on it.
Any of us wanted to be on TV.
Yeah.
Well, I said that to Oprah one time, too, and it didn't work either. All right, when we come back, we're going to meet Craig's ex-girlfriend and find out what he did that scared her so badly that she kept his 4-year-old son away from him for 2 months. We'll be right back.
Something in him totally flipped. He would choke me, picking me up by my throat, slamming me on the floor, and I was worried that he was going to kill me. This past spring, things just escalated so bad that I had to actually kick him out of the house. When Craig was homeless, he was arrested at least 8 times for loitering, for throwing a chair across the room in a restaurant, for trying to steal money, and he was arrested also because my daughter had to file a restraining order, and he violated that.
We've been talking to Sharon and her ex-husband Robert, who say they've joined forces in a fight against the violent threats and behavior of their son, Craig, who has been diagnosed as schizophrenic. Now, their daughter, Amber, is also here, and she says she's so concerned that she once asked for the courts to issue a restraining order to prevent her brother, who she loves very much, from coming near her and her 7-year-old son. Now, I'm going to add another person to the mix. This is Craig's ex-girlfriend, Lauren, who is also the mother of his 4-year-old son. And she says she is also hesitant to be around him after he grabbed her by the neck and threatened to kill her friends.
My ex-boyfriend, Craig, is psychotic. A few months into us dating, he started to show signs of violence. He would choke me, picking me up by my throat, slamming me on the floor, and I was worried that he was going to kill me. The first time I really felt fearful was when he flipped out on me, slammed me on the bed, and strangled me for like a minute and a half. I felt like I was going to die. I found out I was pregnant on my 20th birthday. After I had our son, Craig started to show more signs of violence. He body slammed me a few times. He choked me in front of my friends.
I got my friend's car, and I left, and he pulled up next to us and told my friend that she didn't pull over, that he was going to go to her house and kill her family and her. At that point, I'm done. Craig still has an obsession with me. He showed up at my work making threats that he wanted to kill me. He would come over in the middle of the night, look through the blinds. He also climbed through my window and came into the bathroom while I'm showering, scared the crap out of me. I stopped letting our son see Craig because he was making threats that he wanted to kill me.
I just want to see my kid before I go to jail. Can y'all do that for me? Huh? Can you do it for me?
About 3 months ago, something in him totally flipped. We were all terrified of him. He just went mad. Obviously, I didn't want anything to happen to our son, and I wanted to protect him.
All right, Lauren, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming. How do you feel about Lauren?
I want to get off the show now.
Yeah, why is that?
Can I walk?
Well, I'd rather you didn't because I want to help you. And you're
Nope. I'm getting off the stage right now.
Well, hold on. Hold
off me.
Craig,
I'm serious.
no,
settle down.
Listen,
Look, Dr. Phil.
you
like,
said that
I didn't know she was coming
well,
on the show.
She's here, so have a seat.
No, I'm done.
Have a seat.
I'm-
Have a
Give
seat.
me 2 more minutes.
Have a
2
seat.
more minutes and then I'm done.
Have a seat. I'll keep time. You did know she was coming, by the way. Amy Jo told you.
Well,
Our producer. She did tell you. You knew she
No.
was coming. How do you feel about her? How do you feel about Lauren?
how do I feel about her? Now, before I was psychotic for her, and like now, no. I love her in a certain way, but now it's like, like
Is she a good mother?
she's a great mom.
So you're glad that you've got a good mother for your
Yeah.
son. And that would be important, right?
Yeah, that's the most important, just in case if anything happened to me,
Yeah.
because I know
Right.
that she would take care of him.
Do you thank her for being a good mother to your son?
Yeah.
So why are you so resentful of her being here?
Just because. I'm not going to answer that question, but
Did you object to some of the things she said on the tape?
no, they were all true. I'm a little embarrassed.
Well, that's all right. I'm the least
'Cause
judgmental person you'll ever meet.
I mean, honestly, like, I treated her like dog crap, and that's not me.
Yeah. Well, I believe that, and you must have believed it at one time too, because you chose to be with him and you cared for him, correct?
Yes.
And we asked you to come here because you're an important piece of his pie, this life, this whole story, because you all have a child together.
Yeah, I'm here. I want him to have a relationship with his father.
Right. Did you ask her not to come?
I was concerned about us traveling together and that it would upset him. But no, I didn't ask her not to come. I'm glad she's here.
This is all I'm going to say, that I'm going to get the hell off TV. Like, it's already been past 2 minutes. It's probably been 10 minutes since.
Oh. Tell you what, let's just focus on what we need to discuss.
No, I'm getting off TV. I'm
He
getting off
wants
TV.
a relationship with...
You what?
Yeah, don't threaten me about that.
I'm not. I'm saying I'm here to help.
Right. These things need to be discussed.
Lauren says she is terrified her son's father could snap and try to kill her. But Craig says he would never harm her, but he might hurt someone close to her. We're going to find out who this person is after the break. When you put your hands around her neck and were choking her, what did you want to happen?
I just snapped. I just snapped and I did it.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil. How did closing their children's store
We had death threats. They cut our fuel lines on our truck.
open the floodgates of hate?
Are these bad business people or are they crooks?
Both.
That's tomorrow.
When you went in her window to her apartment, did you realize you were breaking in? Did you think I've crossed the boundary
stupid.
here?
I was being stupid because I was in love with her.
Right.
And, like, I loved her, and I just wanted things to work out. You know, I just wanted to be that family one day, but now it's never going to be like that.
Yeah. But you two are going to co-parent for the rest of your lives, right?
Yep.
Because the things that you're saying that you wish had happened when you were growing up, you can now provide for your son as he grows up.
Yeah.
But in order to do that,
well,
you have to get yourself thinking right and behaving right.
The things that I've done to her, like I put my hands on her, like I abused her, and it messed her up. And I feel resentful to myself, and I feel terrible that I did that because that's not me. Like, that's not who I really am. That's not who my dad raised me to be. And I've abused her, choked her. Like, I remember when I choked her, like, I'd never do that again. Like it was like I just snapped. I just snapped and I did it.
A couple times.
I know it was a couple times.
When you put your hands around her neck and were choking her, what did you want to happen? Did you want her to die or comply?
No. I would never do anything to hurt her, really.
Well, but you did. What did you want to happen when you had your hands around her neck?
I didn't want anything bad to happen where I just wanted, like, to wake her up, like, shut up. Like, why are you doing this to me? Like, why are you breaking up with me? Why can't we fix this right now?
So you just wanted her to comply with you.
Yeah.
You wanted her to stop doing what you didn't want her to do and start doing what you did want her to do.
Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of want to get off TV right now.
But let me tell you what I'm wanting you to do. And you can decide. You can do whatever you want to do. But what I'm wanting you to do is step up, man up, and be part of this conversation. Because when you walk away from help. You walk away from a chance to get your son under control. You can do that. But that can wait for a few minutes, right?
Yeah.
What do you want for yourself? What do you want?
I just want a better life.
You know that there are certain behaviors that you absolutely have to eliminate, right? Like,
yeah, I know.
With Lauren, for example.
I can't do that to another person.
But like going through her window uninvited, you can't do that. You can't be peeping through the window.
Not even that. Like,
those things are bad, right?
Yeah, those things are bad. Like, I can't believe when I'm looking back at it now, like, I'm like, did I really do that? Like, really, Craig? Like,
do you think
you were that dumb?
Do you think it scares people when you threaten, like, to cut her boyfriend's head off?
Yeah, I bet it, I would just settle because I was mad. Yeah.
Have you ever lost control to the point that you did something that you really didn't want to do?
Ever? Yeah. I've done some things that people don't know about, so.
You're not nearly as sick as you might think you are. But would you like to know what I think's going on with you?
What?
But would you like to know what I think's going on with you?
What?
Is that yes?
Yeah.
You do want to know?
Yeah. Well,
first off, I want to tell you that you've been given this label of schizophrenic.
Yeah.
And, I haven't done a thorough workup and diagnosis on you at this point. So I can't say with certainty whether that's correct or not, but I can tell you that a big part of my instinct and thought about this is that you're not nearly as sick as you might think you are.
Yeah.
I think you've got a lot better chance of getting to the life you want than you probably think you do.
I just want me and my son I want my son to have the best of everything.
Well, I think that's possible, and I'm going to tell you how I think we've gotten here. You are hearing voices sometimes. You talk to yourself, and you got diagnosed at that point with schizophrenia.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Do you know what schizophrenia is?
It's like when you hear voices and you know, I guess it's like, how am I schizophrenia from talking to me? You think I'm schizophrenic?
No.
No?
Not really.
Not really? Well, I could be diagnosed wrong.
Could be. I don't know. I think...
What would you diagnose me as?
Well, you know, I think you clearly have some disrupted thought.
Yes. And, like, honestly, like, I just want to move away from everyone. Like,
I think you have some mood swings.
Yeah, I do have mood swings.
Back and forth. I think you have an impulse problem.
Yeah,
impulse.
I do have impulse.
You have some rage problems.
Yeah, I do. I admit to all those. Like, I do have.
Well, it's nothing to admit to, because it's not that there's anything wrong. I mean, and even the term mental illness, to me, is no different than physical illness. It's just an illness that has to be treated. And you know, I've been talking to a lot of people about you. I have an advisory board here we work with. Dr. Charles Sophie is here. He right here. Dr. Sophie.
Hey.
He's a member of our advisory board, and he and I have been talking about this for days. He's a psychiatrist, and
yeah, I think like
he kind of agrees that there's more questions to answer.
Yeah,
before.
I kind of need someone to talk to once a week, and then be on maybe if I'm on the right medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I'm on the right medicine, but like there's something missing.
Well, you say that they maybe ought to throw an anger pill in there, and you'd be just right.
That could help.
You said it's just missing an anger pill.
Maybe.
Are you doing any street drugs at this point?
No.
Are you drinking at this point?
Not right now.
You know, Dr. Sophie, I'm saying the question to me is still open about this diagnosis. What's your thought based on everything?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It could be anything from just drug abuse, changing your brain around and your brain chemistry, to bipolar disorder. I don't know what your genetics are. There's a lot of things that could be up in the air that should be answered, and I think you need to take the time to do it. Because you're going to lose your family. You're going to hurt your son. And you don't feel good about any of that stuff. You are a good guy inside, and you know it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're the only one that said I'm a good guy, really.
You are a
Thanks.
good guy. I said that all along. You have the best heart, honey.
I do.
You have the biggest heart.
I know I do.
Well, let's take a break. Robert says his son can get like a caged animal. And when he drinks or does drugs, everything changes. But Craig says alcohol actually lessens the sounds of the voices in his head. Well, I've got some things to say about all that when we come back. You say you do some of your best thinking when you're drinking.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. A lot of people feel that way. But you say you think really well when you're drinking.
When I'm by myself.
Yeah. And you've got an invention?
Yeah, I got a couple inventions.
Okay,
I'm not going to tell what they are.
Well, I know what one of them is.
What?
I'm not going to say because you don't want to disclose it.
Oh,
but
okay.
I actually think it's a pretty smart idea, to tell you the truth.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Get out of here.
Yes,
no,
I do.
Don't.
Yes, I do. You want me to tell you?
No. Don't say it, buddy.
I'm not. I didn't. I'm not going to disclose it.
Have to. No, I'm just joking.
I'm not going to disclose it because I actually think it is a potentially very good idea that involves law enforcement.
Yep.
While we're working on that, I tell you what I want you to do for me. I'm going to...
Are you going to hypnotize me or something?
I hope not. No, here's the thing. I want you to have some help.
Yeah.
Okay? And here's what I want that help to look like. I think you need a really thorough, multifaceted diagnostic workup. I think we need to look at you psychologically, biochemically,
like as a whole,
neurologically. Look at all things, Craig. Just find out everything that's really going on with you right now. So, because I think 50% of the solution to any problem lies in defining it. I think if you define the problem, then you know what your strategies need to be. And I want to offer to send you somewhere to get that done. And
as long as they can let me smoke there.
Yeah. Well,
like, really, you can't take that away from me.
Right here, next to Dr. Sophie, is the CEO and founder of Origins, and his name is Ben Levinson. He's with us today.
Okay.
And this is a comprehensive treatment program place, and there's an interesting thing about it. It's what's called a dual diagnosis treatment center. And you said that you're a really bad addict, although you're not using right now.
Yeah, I'm not using.
I understand that. What I would like to do is offer to you to go to this dual diagnosis treatment center down there and evaluate you in every possible way and see if we can...
Where is it at?
Oh, it's unbelievably beautiful place. It's on South Padre Island in Texas.
Oh, it's in Texas?
Yeah. Here's a picture of it right here.
Will they let me smoke there?
Ben, can he smoke there?
Hey, Craig.
Hey, buddy.
It's good to see you. Yeah, yes. We're gonna work on what might kill you immediately, and then we'll work on some of the longer-term problems, like smoking.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll let you do that for a little.
Really? You'll let me smoke there?
You just said yes.
Cool. You got sold. Sold, baby. Hey, one and done. Sold.
Well, my daddy told me don't ever miss a good chance to shut up. And that means don't talk past the close. He said, yes, he will go. He will do this. He will get involved. And y'all understand what I'm saying here? Right. We want to do a thorough evaluation and see if we can get him, if it involves medications, we get those regulated. If it doesn't, then whatever. But we get this focused and see if we can't get him where he can enjoy his life. You know, I have sons about your age. They are so full of happiness and joy that I really want that for you. And because I have sons your age, I really feel that for you. I think you are a good egg, and I think you're going to get a good deal better in a very short period of time.
Okay, cool.
Okay? All right. I want to thank all of my guests today, and a special thanks to Dr. Charles Sophie, psychiatrist and member of my advisory board. And a special thanks to Ben Levinson, the founder and CEO of Origins Recovery Centers. You guys do a great job. Thank you so much.